So good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Today's going to be a really awesome one. And if you don't mind putting in the chat where you're from, that would be really awesome. Some people already did that. Awesome. So we got Brooklyn in the house. We got New York showing up today. Hey, we got the ATL showing up. Georgia is here. Awesome. Tennessee. Hey, Denver, Colorado, Charlotte, North Carolina, Washington, D.C.'s in here. Hey, Calvin says, I'm from Chicago. I'm here representing. Hey, we got Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. Awesome. Of course, there's somebody talking about go Philly. What? You watch
Yeah,
football or
that what
something?
you taught me.
We
Yeah,
got,
that's right. Represent.
yeah, I know. We got Manchester here, another Atlanta here, Dallas, Texas showing up. Seattle, Washington, Detroit, Michigan's here. Maryland, we got another Michigan out of Chesterfield. Hey, Clarksville, Tennessee's
Cut it
also
off,
showing
Scott.
up. And then somebody going to talk about goat cheese.
That's
What we
Scott.
got here?
You're
Yeah, we do this.
battling me early in the morning.
I know this is going to be awesome. Hey, we got another one from Alabama showing up. Hey, Rule, good to see you there. Thank you for doing that. So today, what we're going to do, we're going to have a really awesome property tour. This is live. So as you can see, you get to interact. You get to ask your question in the chat. What we ask is if you don't mind staying muted, that would be really awesome. So that way we can hear from our investor who's in action right now. Even if you're coming from Chicago, Southern Delaware, or even Waldorf, Maryland, hey, I see you out there, Kenneth. We just want to make sure that you understand that we got investors all over the United States, and people are here are all over the United States. And so we want to glean off of some of the things that actually happening right now today. And it all started because of a person named Scott Buckles. And I was like, say, Scott, thank you for, putting this together to allow us to come and feature real estate investors, who wants to, just give back. And because we have people here, as you know, some people are thinking about real estate investing, some people are already in real estate investing, some people want to take their game to the next level. And this is a way our community, as we give back, as we kind of learn, we glean, we connect, as it kind of go forward. And when I talk about that, not only we have people inside the United States, Scott, but we have some people from Canada, Toronto here. So I just want to let you know that we have a vast volume. I know you love to talk about our feature investor. It looks like the system's all up and running. People are putting things in the chat. I want to turn it over to you, my friend, as you introduce our speaker.
Well, Keith, thank you very much. And I appreciate you a lot. We couldn't do these without you, Keith. We love doing these property tours every Saturday. This is a phenomenal way for us to share stories and deals from community members from across this beautiful country. Today, we're going to coming from the big city of Philadelphia, brotherly love. Um, they got a big day coming up a week from tomorrow against my team, the Kansas City Chiefs. So it'll be a great game. But Tony's been on our property tour before. It's been a while, but he's so gracious to take time out of his day. I know he's got workers going on there at his unit. He's getting close to wrap it up. But today's February 1st, guys. So it's the first day of February. It's hard to imagine that January is already gone. It just seems like it was New Year's Eve like a couple days ago. That's how fast the year goes. So I know I talked about the last couple property tours, but hopefully you've got your goals in place for 2025. Hopefully you're already making progress on those goals. And it's important that you strive for those goals. So today's property tour is coming from Philadelphia with Tony Smith. And Tony, without further ado, we want to bring you out and we want you to kind of kick off because we, like Keith said, we got a lot of guests on today and a lot of folks who are just getting started in the investing business. And some folks have already joined our team and they're already embracing the training and they're collaborating with other like-minded people in our community. And but we got a lot of guests on who kind of checking this whole community out and this training and education opportunity, and then just what real estate's all about. So start everybody off, if you could, Tony, with a little bit about your story, because stories are very powerful. And everybody's got a story, and everybody's story is different. So
Yeah.
kind of tell us a little bit about your story, how you got the mindset of getting into real estate investing, and then how you found our community and what was it that was like, man, I want to be a part of this group, this community. So take it away, Tony.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Scott. I want to thank you and Keith for having me. And I could tell you one reason that it wasn't because Scott was a Chiefs fan that I joined the community, but yeah. So I'm here in Philadelphia. I'm actually in the Mount Airy section of Philadelphia. So I've been a part of this community since 2016, and nothing short of amazing since I've been a part of it. So I've been a licensed realtor since 2008. I'm helping people buy and sell homes, and I run across some investors, and when we go to the table, looking at their check and then looking at my check, like, oh, something's wrong with this. A profit check is definitely bigger than a commission check. So I said, I got to get myself on the other side of that. So fast forward to 2012, I started doing a little bit of wholesaling off and on. Then in 2016, I'm driving down the street and I saw a roadside sign said, investors wanted or something like that. Apprentices wanted. I'm like, oh, let me see what this thing is about. So I went through, kind of what you exposures, kind of what you guys are doing now, and heard what they had to say, and I'm like, that doesn't sound bad. And I so all right, well, let me see what it was about. So I actually joined up, and again, it's nothing short of amazing. Met some amazing people like Scott, Keith, and countless of other people from all different walks of life and different areas and things of that nature. Jason McCracken and the New York team. Jay is my one of my partners that we do a lot of deals here in Philly together. We bounce ideas, talk like every day. You would swear me and Jay grew up together, but I met Jason McCracken. I met him through this community, and somebody trying to call me. I met Jason through this community at one of the events we had I think it was in Washington, and it's like we clicked. It's like we all always known each other. So I'm grateful. So that's how I ended up where I'm at.
That's awesome.
Well,
That's awesome. Go ahead, Scott.
no. That's we appreciate that, and thank you for sharing your story. In today's culture, today's world, gosh, there's just so much going on out there. There's so much noise and things like that happening, in all of our worlds today. But real estate investing is. I was telling somebody the other day, I got a part of this community almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in October that I've been a part of this community. And I can honestly say, I don't think there's ever a better time than right now to get involved in real estate. And our community is just growing like crazy. And people are coming in all the time, seeing the value, seeing the quality of the training. And, it's just, one of the things that I loved was the like-minded people. I was just like, oh my gosh, these are people, they think like I do. They want to do what I want to do. And wait a minute, there's a lot of people already this was 10 years ago. There was a lot of people already in the community that have been very successful. I kind of want to hang around with successful people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you've got a deal you're sharing today in Philadelphia. And, I didn't start this off, and I should have said something, and I apologize to everybody to you as well. Our hearts and our prayers go out to folks in Philly I know recently there was a plane crash there, and there were several people that lost their lives.
Yeah, in DC.
So
yeah.
I know Philadelphia is really, hurting right now, along with the DC area and just a lot of people in the country. So just again, sorry I didn't mention that. So
and we also just had in the northeast section of Philadelphia last night, a private plane crashed into one of the shopping centers in the neighborhood. Yeah. So 6 people lost their lives that was on that plane, and then countless of others that were in the area got hurt as well. So
Yeah,
prayers to those families as well.
you
Yeah.
betcha, you betcha. So talk a little bit about how you found this deal.
Oh
And,
man.
and what are some of the different things for folks who are on? Because we love sharing golden nuggets. We love bringing value on these property tours. Some of the different ways that you find properties that you are able to, dive into to analyze and things like this. But specifically, the one you're going to talk about today, which looks absolutely beautiful. Talk about that. How did you come across this deal?
Yeah, great question. Well, I woke up one day and looked over on the floor and it was sitting right there. You wish, right? So this one is a good one because back in 2020 is when I really started flipping properties. I was doing wholesaling and things of that nature, talking to Jason and like, yo, I really want to start, flipping properties. I'm tired of giving up these deals to other investors, and I'm finding them so there's a little more meat on the bone. Like, so what are you waiting on? I came up with all these excuses, but Jay, after I said like 20 things, he's like, all right, I'm still waiting on the reason why you can't do it. So he wouldn't let me off the hook. So I appreciate him for that. And I did my first flip on one of the properties. So at that time, you're always supposed to ask, hey, do you know anybody else that, may can benefit from my services? Got a property they need to sell. So the young lady at the time told me, yeah, well, my uncle, he's been thinking about selling, but maybe not right now. But so she put me in contact with him. So fast forward to 4 years later, um, the gentleman reached out to me because his father had passed, and there was some things going on. He was trying to get someone. The wife was living here. It was a whole crazy story. But so that actually, I was kind of chasing it for 4 years, and it came back to me. So that's how I actually found that one, from me purchasing another house and then word of mouth asking for referrals. But another way that you can do it is, word of mouth is always good. But you got PPL, which is pay per lead. You got PPC, which pay per click. You got bandit signs. You got cold calling. You got mailing letters and driving for dollars. So it's a strategy out here for everyone. If you say, I don't have no money, there's things you could do. You could do driving for dollars and look at this stuff up yourself and things of that nature. Now it's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of energy, but you can get some deals that way. So there's all excuses. Now, when people say that you don't need money to, be a wholesaler, and that's kind of true, but you do need money. Nobody said it had to be your money because you're going to have to do some marketing, right? Marketing is not free, other than if you're driving for dollars. But as I said, doing that is you're going to exhaust a lot of time and energy. So. Yeah, that's my take on how to look for properties.
That is awesome. Um, so thank you for sharing. And the funny thing, I like what you were saying was, and the strategy I like is when you actually work on a property, when you actually have a deal that you're working on, you ask that question about, providing service, do they know anybody else who can, utilize your service, the key part, your services. And when they recommend somebody, that means they like what you do. You helped solve
Amen.
one of their problems. As a real estate investor, that's what we do. We solve problems. And so there was a problem there. And at that time, they really wasn't ready. But now you are now having a conversation with us, talking about the deal that you actually are about to show us today because of what you did back then. So
Back
you took
then.
actions then, now you're reaping the rewards of it today. So that's
And that
really awesome.
and then also that young lady also got a $500 referral fee from me.
Well, look at there. So you also
See,
taken care of, right? So that's really
I
awesome.
yeah,
So there's
I
people
want
out
to
there
see
who
me
say they
coming
can't
back.
find deals. You really can. You're just not talking to enough people and you're not
Yeah,
providing your service. So
yeah.
awesome.
Then, like I said too, how are you going about it? If you're not spending money on marketing, it's going to be tough. You can still find some, but like I said, you definitely gonna have to put in a lot of legwork if you don't have no marketing dollars behind.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to share everybody before we get started. There's going to be some more nuggets that Tony's going to be dropping today, and it's going to be so many. Just go ahead and tell the person that invited you today, thank you. Just go ahead and just say, hey, thank you. I'm at the property tour. I'm listening. Just go ahead and tell them thank you right now before you forget, because you're going to be writing down some nuggets and some things that you thought about but didn't think about, but Tony's going to bring it out as he talks today. So Tony, I'm about to pull up the PowerPoint slide that you
All right,
showed
but
so we can see the
just
before.
yeah, I'm gonna show them this real quick too, though.
Oh,
So, see, it's a heavy traffic area. It's a main road down here, Cheltenham Avenue. But as you can see, right across the street, it's a whole shopping center there that has everything from working out, Chick-fil-A, ShopRite, Target, um, what else? Home Depot. So it's a lot of stuff right across the street from this house too.
well, you know what? Thank you for doing that, because that's like, you know how people say location, location, location. So now whoever lives there, if they want to go to the gym, it's right across the street. They want to go to the grocery, convenient. So that's really awesome when it comes to the location of that property. Wow.
Got the bus right there. Come right
So if they,
outside, catch the
hey, you
bus.
must be a city guy. So hold on. You know, you bring up a really good point, Tony, right? So people may heard like, you know, Philly, right? But they don't understand Philly. What I mean by that is it's the city life where a lot of people like urban, you know, the country roads or, you know, the suburbs, right? So if you don't mind, just kind of talk about the atmosphere. You know, you talk about why like do you think this location is hot? You kind of showed it, but it's
Yeah.
like you just talking about like three things that was like why people would want to pretty much live there.
Yeah, no, I mean that was some key factors, but also 309 is not, it's probably that's probably like 2 minutes away from here. That's a main vein that gets you to the turnpike and uh the suburb areas and things of that nature. It's just very convenient right here being on this main road. Um, and having access to basically get anywhere in the city or the suburbs that you want in a minute. So that's real critical.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start showing your slides here. Give me a quick second. So let me know when you see the first
Oh
part.
man, yeah. So that's the front of the house right there. Like I said, you'll come chill in your front yard and look right across the street. It's a mall, and then if you like having events, right? It's a whole parking lot across the street that you could utilize. So you can have endless amount of guests and not have to worry about parking. Okay.
Wow.
Um, yeah. So that's now this is the inside. So I'm standing in which was the dining room area, looking into the living room area. As you can see, that lovely red carpet right there. Nice spacious house. All right, now we're looking at the dining room area. And they actually, it's one of the things that I do when I purchase properties. I tell the seller, hey, listen, um, you know, take what you want and leave what you don't. Right? That's a part of my service. That if you leave it, but just know if you leave it there, ain't no coming back. Yeah, the popcorn ceiling was popping, but yeah, I had to take that on out of there. But yeah, the house is a nice space. The layout was, yeah, it was, it was okay. It was okay. Yeah, but that's the dining room, and that's the kitchen, and then right there to the left before you get to the kitchen is the basement steps with the little doorway there. But that I'm just like, you know what? That's a small kitchen, right? When you cook, you want to be able to entertain, especially nowadays, you want to entertain and have some space to be able to do some things, right? So more shot to the kitchen with the old cabinets and everything like that. And that's all the cabinets that it really had in there. So really not a lot of storage space, right?
So
It's a
when you
it's a
speak,
really
yeah.
it's a really clean unit there. Besides being outdated, it's super clean. It looks like it's in real good shape.
Ah, jury's out on that.
Okay. Well, you're going to share with us on that one, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was somebody who was still living in it, so it definitely was livable, right? You could have just went in there and maybe, if you was keeping it as a rental, you probably you definitely didn't have to do all that I did. I don't know. Sometimes I think I just get uh, happy feet and they get in there and just start wanting to take this and that and do this and do that. I don't know. Think it. Blame Jason McCracken for that.
Yeah.
He always, every time we get a property, he always, take this, do that. Oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. So I'm gonna blame it on Jason McCracken. But yeah, that's the steps leading to the basement right there. That's the steps going upstairs to the second floor. That beautiful red carpet. I believe that's the front bedroom, which is a nice size front bedroom with that orange walls. Love it. And this is the bathroom. Right? It's not, they got a stand up shower there, then it's a tub in there, sink in the toilet. It wasn't, it was a little bit of space. It wasn't too tight, but
Oh, you know what? You just brought out something that I didn't really look because there's a shower right there in front of us that we can see, but on the
right
left hand side, there is a
behind the
tub. So
door.
that's really
Yeah.
interesting in one spot.
Yeah, that's how this house was made like that. So in the 1920s or 30 or something like that. So that house has been like that since then. And this is a prime area right here. Like a lot of houses, particularly on this block, don't really come up for sale, that often. Had a house, they listed one right next door to me, and in 9 days it went under contract, and that was a 2019 rebuild, rehab, but they sold it. It just went. Actually, they just settled on it last week, I believe. So,
Oh, wow. Awesome. Okay.
yeah, but Jason, like I said, being with Jason, he said, like this one is mine, but Jason, we probably we got 2 properties now that we're working on, and probably done 3 or so. But every time we go in a property, he just starts, taking this out, taking that out. So I guess that was I still had that mentality coming here. I had Jason in my head. Knock that out. This is the middle bedroom right here.
You know what? I just wanted to talk about just real quick. So one of the things that you actually are talking about, hopefully people are actually picking up, right? So when you became part of the community, you was learning about how to become a real estate investor, which you are and successful. And then the one thing that I'm hearing and I'm hearing and I'm hearing that you're the community part, like you are bouncing
Oh yeah.
ideas off of trusted people that you have built relationships with as you are
Yeah.
navigating this thing called real estate investing. So you're not by yourself. You're doing it for yourself, but you're
No,
not by
no,
yourself. Can you talk a
no,
little bit
not
more about that?
absolutely. Yeah, no, like I said, when I went to Virginia some years ago, met, Jay, Ron, Joe, and countless of others from New York, because we was all in that same regional, and we just clicked, like we known each other for a long time, but then me and Jay just kind of like really linked up. No Diddy, um, but we clicked it off real good, and we talk just about every day, if not every day. We talk a whole lot. I talk to Jay more than I talk to people that I actually known for all my life, and it was great to be able to come to a community, not just to be able to get the proper education, but to be able to have countless of people. Now, Jay just one of the people that I can call and talk to, right? Just having countless of people that I could talk to that know how to do what I'm doing. Like one of my favorite sayings is, you can't learn how to fly a plane by always being around people that drive buses, right? So if you want to learn how to do something and do it the right way, put yourself in that, in that crowd. Start being around them, and with this community, I can say I don't have to go anywhere for anything. I could just make some phone calls in the community and get the answers or the support that I need, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, that is awesome. And so when this house, it looks solid because I mean it was all brick that I saw in the front, and it just
Yeah.
looks solid. Is that true? Like this
Uh,
bedroom that we're looking
uh
at right now?
yeah, it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh,
So
people
how many
calling.
bedrooms did we just see? I think did we see like 3 bedrooms?
3.
Okay,
Yeah,
three up
yeah.
top.
This is the back bedroom right here.
So what we
Then
have
this is
here?
the basement. That's the basement. Going down in the basement. So what I love about this house, yes, more or the basement. I love about this house is that it has a driveway, so you can. It's a door. It has a garage and it's a door on the side of the garage that you can get in and out of the basement as well. So that's a key. That's the back of the basement there.
And I think you have a, so just out of curiosity, because I noticed like you have a, is that's a gas meter, correct?
That's the yeah.
So you're in a, different part of the country, right? Because I believe it gets
Mhm.
cold up there. Do
I'm
most of the
cold
houses
now.
have the gas meter inside the house?
Yes, most of them. Yeah, most of them do. It's a mixture. It's a mixture sometimes because I think they be wanting it outside so they could get a a better read on it or whatever. Because they back in the day, I think they starting to switch them out. But 'cause back in the day, they used to have to come in your house and read your meters. Now everything is so technical that they can just ride by and read your meter. So yeah, it just really depends.
Wow, okay, that's awesome. So this is that garage that you was talking about?
That's the garage I was talking about.
Awesome. So I
So
think
it's a nice little garage.
we came
A
to the
car
very
could
end.
actually fit in there.
It does?
It could, yeah, you could fit a car in there. It's a nice size.
Okay. So I do have the video that you walked through, but I think we good on the pictures right now that you had to do. And I really do appreciate you showing. So I'm gonna stop sharing that. And then I guess you can
Yeah.
go ahead and as you start to walk towards the house. So I'm looking, a lot of people are saying you're funny, right? So they really like, this piece. I think there was a question that came up about how they become part of the community. So what I would just say, I'm trying to find that question, but whoever put that in, just ask the person who invited you to this meeting, ask them that exact same question. Because matter of fact, right after this, it's a separate Zoom link. There is a what we call an introductory that kind of explains like who we are, what we do, kind of give you a little bit more of the bolts and the recipe of how we do this thing called real estate investing. And if you can't make it today, just ask them still, because they can probably put you into another meeting later that kind of fits your schedule for the week. But make sure you reach out to the person, tell them thank you. And all right, Tony. All right, so we see
All
the
right.
streets. What you got for
Yeah,
us now?
yeah, yeah. City Street. So this is the front of the house. So with the weather being the way that it is, I'm definitely going to paint, out here so it's not dressed up all the way. And a plug, probably, I believe, Jay, correct me if I'm wrong. February 26th, this should be finished, and we're going to do another property tour, a complete property tour. So y'all could ask the members of the community about that. Be on the lookout for that. But yeah, this is the front of it, and as you can see, you see this house right here. They have white windows. Then you look at my house, it has black windows. Mostly all of the houses. So I'm the only house on this block, and probably in the area with black windows, and I have they're French windows as well. So I'm loving that. But as you can see, you got a nice sized front yard right here, little patio area that you could, just come out and chill and relax. If now at night it's a pretty busy block, right? But at night it's not as busy. But it's all good. So now I'm walking around the back, right? Because the front they got the door messed up. So I wanted to show y'all one of the main features anyway, right? So I don't
So
know,
you
somebody was drunk or something and hit the fire hydrant.
that's a city life. So there's parking in the back that you're saying right now?
Well, yeah. So it's a driveway, and you can park in front of your garage or park in your garage, which most people normally use it at the garage as storage or whatever. But it's your option. But yeah, so it was only three houses in, and probably if y'all hear any noise, and I got they put in my back door. But as you can see, she got a little balcony out here and
Yeah.
everything like that. So you could park right here, and like I said, you can still fit inside of the garage if you choose to, right? But just imagine, like now you could have, say, you got an older child or a family member or something. They could just come in, you could rent it out to them, right? And get more. So
Yeah. So I think your signal's coming in
come in
just,
right here.
yeah, hold for a second, Tony. And if you can turn your camera, your phone sideways so we can get a bigger view.
All right, hold
No,
on,
just
hold on.
just rotate your phone. You don't have to. It should automatically. There we go. And because we're in the
Yeah.
basement, if you can go just a little bit slower so the video can catch up, that would be awesome.
All right.
I
We
know.
good?
I just told a Philly guy to slow down. I know that's crazy, right?
Ah, we good now?
Yeah, we good.
All right. So I'm gonna move and talk slower.
Don't do that to me, man.
So, all right. You see this right here, right?
Yes.
I guess Eagles fans are even funny too, right?
Ah, right here, but and so you see along the wall right here, it's in the garage. I'll show you that, but we got I'm putting a kitchenette down here. It's gonna be some cabinets down here and quartz countertop, and I'm also giving them a laundry hookup down here as well. We still good?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay. And this is, like I said, this is going to be a bedroom or an office, a den, whatever you want to do. All right. And then it has, uh, this is a full bathroom, stand up shower right there. You're going the vanity is going to be here. Then the toilet is going to be over there. So this could be an in-law suite. You could rent or income producing or whatever, or just a place for you to chill. You know, 'cause look at this. Got this whole area right here.
So
All right.
I see a split unit error. So that's what you're adding that throughout the
Yeah.
house?
I'm gonna show you something though. But so this is a part of. So I don't know if you. I don't know if anyone ever heard of a pancake mini split. All right. So that's what I have in this house. So I didn't want to go with the unit bulky. Then you got electronics. So I wanted to utilize every inch of the space. So here in the basement, I have this unit right here that cools and heats off the basement, but then the other areas has a different setup. Show you, but I just wanted to show you also garage. I got to run back outside real quick. I forgot to do this. So in my garage, right, I just had some stuff delivered. All right. So this is how big the garage is. So I got a big old refrigerator sitting right there, dishwasher, a oven, some cabinets, a tub. You know, look, that's a nice. So you don't think a car could fit in there, Keith?
Yeah, I take that back. I think it can.
A car could fit in there. Now, not no truck, probably not your car, but a car can get in there.
Yeah, Scott got the
All
big
right.
truck. I don't know. So we he like to carry, a lot of big items in his truck. No, this is really
All right.
awesome. So people are saying they never heard of a pancake mini split. So hey, that's what I
Well,
like about these property tours, right? You get the right nugget. So now you get to ask that question. Hey, I want to understand what a pancake or
yeah,
a mini
they
split. Yeah.
pancake mini. Yep, pancake mini split. So then now from that same door, like I said, you can walk. That'll get you into the apartment. Well, not apartment, downstairs basement, and then this is from the garage door right here. You can come in from the garage through this door right here. So you got a lot of entrances, right? And then these are the steps that's you're going to go upstairs. So they're going to finish the step. I'm going to get a railing right here to hold on, and then on each side up top, there's going to be a railing as well, right? But this is going to stay open. So and my guys are actually putting in the door right now as we speak. I'm putting a new back door back there. So look, so here's my vent. So my pancake mini split. So one of the systems is up in the ceiling in the dining room, right? So I got a vent right here, and this is the register right there. And then I have a vent right here. So this is cooling and heating the whole first floor. So this is like I believe this is like 12,000 BTUs on this floor right here, right? Then I got my recessed lights and everything. Tell me what y'all think about that color.
I like it. It's nice and bold. So you're gonna have what type of
Yeah.
flooring?
So yeah, they got the floors covered up right now. But here we go. You can see it a little bit right there. It's vinyl plank.
Oh, okay.
Each vinyl plank. And another thing that I love about the pancake mini split, right? You saw the one unit that I had downstairs, then you see this unit right here. They're all individually zoned. So the basement works by the basement, so you can turn it off and on when you want. And then this is the thermostat for the first floor. You can turn it so you don't have to have the whole house being heated or cooled at one time, right? So you already know how me and Jay do it. We like to take things and turn it around. So we're looking at the front right now. This is the living room right here. This is the living room right here. And this is the dining room in the back that leads to that balcony. So if you want to go out there, catch a smoke or, just relax and chill, you can do that, right? And then this is our kitchen in the middle. So it's a little covered up right now, but because they still doing some painting and things, but you got all the cabinet space right there. And then you got the 10-foot waterfall island right here, right? That's going to have the cooktop in it. So it's a lot of space and that's nice and open, right?
Yeah, I see that. That's awesome. That's definitely a big difference.
Yeah. So now it's, and the beautiful thing I love about this property is like the living room, you still got a lot of space in the living room, right? It's a lot of space. That's a big living room. And then it'll flow. So now you can entertain and have people in the living room, and you could be at the kitchen and, the seating, the 10-foot island seats about 4 comfortably, but you could probably get 5 or 6 people sitting there, right? And then you just got mad space. I love it, right?
Awesome. Yeah, people have said they do like the color, just to give you some feedback. People said nice color, so they do like it.
Thank you. So and the steps are covered up. So I had them sand the steps down and then stain it, but they covered it up. And we're in the hallway now. And as you can see, I'm gonna go to the back. So this is the back bedroom. The back bedroom. Not a bad size bedroom.
I see you added a recessed light in here also.
Yeah, recessed light.
You took care of the popcorn ceiling that you said.
I had to eat that when I was watching the Eagles beat up on some teams. But yeah, and then you can also see I have the spotlights that hit off on the wall as well. So I have recessed lights in the room, and then I had a spotlight.
Oh, okay. So, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how football came in that conversation, but okay, we'll go with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in there every now and again. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna show you something in a minute, but so right here, remember I had a washer and dryer set up downstairs, and I said, hey, you know what? Why not? Let's give them another washer and dryer hook up upstairs on the second floor, so now they don't have to worry about running up and down the steps.
Oh, that's nice. You're giving them options.
Giving them options, and then this is the third bedroom. It's not as big as the back bedroom, but it's big enough for you to, a kid or, whatever to be able to come in here. So it's a nice.
Even if they make it an office, right?
Or even there, or they can make this the office up here or closet, and then make the bedroom downstairs. That room downstairs, the bedroom, right? And then here we go. This the main bedroom.
Oh, so the other one was not the main. So you calling this the main bedroom?
Yeah, the first bedroom was the back bedroom. The middle was the middle bedroom.
Ah.
So you thought the basement was the main bedroom?
No, I thought the one in the back was. But
no. That's just the back bedroom. Then we got the middle bedroom, and this is the main bedroom right here. This is the biggest bedroom of them all. The same thing. Got the recessed light and I got the spotlights. Shining on the accent walls, right? But seeing right here. My guys had to cut out some stuff because I had to get the diverter put in for the shower and things of that nature. Now, don't ask me why this contract that me and Jay been using. They do phenomenal work and everything like that, but sometimes they just do stuff backwards. So don't get me started on that.
But you do have a closet because somebody was just asking that question about the closet. You do have a closet.
Great question. So what we're doing is something different, right? We figured, all right, listen, instead of putting a closet in the house, this is in this room, it's just this one little closet, right? But we know nobody's gonna really be able to do much with that. So what we decided to do to make the house a little different is we're going to do like IKEA. You know, at IKEA you can go there and put those closets together, and they connect, and you can make them as big or as small as you want. We figured let's do that, and that way we can give them options. So that way, if they decide they want to move their bedroom around, they're not stuck with the closet just being there. So you can take and move your bed as well as move your closet. So there will be some closet space.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. So this is the bathroom, right? So then they got to put the vanity is going here, right? And then right here is the stand up shower, and it's going to be a glass enclosure here. That's actually is being custom made right now. Should be ready in another week or so. And then right here is going to be the soaking tub. It's going to be going caddy corners. For those that's on the team and seeing our other property on Larchwood, is just about the same setup as that one, but it's going to be a soaking tub going right here, and then right here is going to be a bougie. I call it a bougie toilet. It's going to be a bougie toilet. Messing with Jason, man, he couldn't get regular toilets on our last project. Oh no, get the one that got the seat warmer, that the water cools, and bro, what are you doing? So we call it the bougie toilet.
I can see you have a lot of fun on your projects.
Yeah. So that's it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, so people saying they like the IKEA, concept, right? Because you're in the city, they like somebody call it the Gucci toilet, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. How about
but
that?
and they like the color, they like the flow, and you understanding your market, right? The market analysis, understanding what is needed for the area, and you took something and you utilizing the space. You got the mini splits, the updating a soaking tub, right? So that's really awesome, and as we can see, you actually are in action. So thank you for taking some time out of your day. So I just want to remind people, you know just invite, there's a person who invited you. Somehow you got the link, somehow email, text, somehow just reach out to that person, right? And just tell them thank you, and ask all your questions there because you want to get plugged in. And then also, um, yes, as he's showing off his jersey.
Yeah. Take that, Scott.
People
Take
are talking
that,
about,
Scott.
oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, Scott. Let's go ahead and do this right way. Hold on. All right, there we go. I don't really need to be in the picture, but as you can see, as community investors, we love to have fun. But we're serious about real estate investing as we do this. And Tony, I just want to say thank you, for showing your property, taking time out because you got a lot of things going on as we can see, and we don't want to take too much of your time. So if again, uh, oh, just one other thing too. You definitely want to get in contact with the person who invited you before we start showing the numbers because why? They have this thing. I'm gonna use this code word. Don't tell everybody. You want to write this down. Say the word after you go to the meeting, right? You got to go to the meeting. Use this word called test drive. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Just tell them test drive and you get plugged in. So, hey, Tony, Scott, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you because I know you got your jersey on. You want to say something about football too. But I'm going
Oh,
to be quiet so you go ahead and ask your questions.
and no, Tony, it's all about Tony today. It's all about our guests. So, they don't want to hear about the football. So, Tony, you look great, brother. You look
Thank you.
great.
Thank you.
Let's share some numbers with some folks. Okay, let me pull
Yeah.
that up if I could. Let me know if you can see that. Okay.
Yep. Shit.
All right. So this is talking. Go ahead and run us through your numbers there, brother.
Yeah. So the purchase price, I ended up paying 133 for it. They were asking a little bit more than that, but I was able to get them, negotiate and able to get them down a little bit thanks to the community and the education. I was able to have the conversation that I needed to have to get them to come down some, which in the area the properties were going for in that as is condition, they were going. I've seen people was paid as much as 170 for the property, but thank God I was able to get it for 133. To now the rehab, give or take a few, but I was like maybe like 100,000 that I put in it, and then my holding cost, with it's like 20,000, and then closing costs when I go to sell the property, agent fees, and all these junk fees that's going to be tatted on. Looking at maybe like 30,000, and my conservative ARV is 350,000, and I say 350,000 because the property around the corner a couple months ago just sold for 350. So I said, all right, well that's what I'm going to conservatively say, but knowing that the market right now in this area, a half-mile radius from me, there's only 2 properties on the market. One of them needs work, and one it was under contract and came back on the market, but it's still a little dated, so it doesn't compare to this. So I'm saying 350, but I might shoot my shot and put it out there for 375. So with the expected potential profit of 67,000, something small.
Well, I wouldn't call that small, Tony. I appreciate
Can't
it.
retire.
Well, I had a question come across. So what was your holding time? What did you go in budget wise? How
Oh
long
man,
start to finish?
that's why I don't like doing these things, because people always start digging and bring out the pain.
Well, as a real estate investor, we have our pains and we have our wins.
Yeah.
And that's why we love sharing those and how we learn from them and that type of thing. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, great question. So I purchased this in June. So my ideal time would have art has gone and come and gone to be finished. But again, like I said, with me and Jay, we linked up with this contractor, this guy, GC or whatever. He had different contracts. They do great work, but just sometimes me and Jay always on them like, bro, y'all are slow as molasses. So they're a little slow. So, but now I recently ran into some other guys that we're going to be using moving forward. So now I'm looking, like, we at February now. So that's 8 months of me still doing rehab, but it should be done by the end of February, on the market no later than the 1st of March. And I'm not anticipating a long drawn out, time for me to receive an offer. Like I said, property right next door to me listed a few months ago, and within 9 days they had a over asking offer. So so I don't think this is going to be long. So, but I always do 12 months and hope that it can be done, before the 12 months. But give yourself a 12-month window, because it's easier to scale it back than move it forward. Because if you got to move it forward, these hard money lenders, they definitely they mean their name. They true to their name hard. They're going to ask you for 1% to extend it. So if you just do it for 12 months from the beginning, it's already built into your 12 months. But if you do it in 6 months or 9 months, it'll scale back, and you'll be happier.
Sure. So I heard the word hard money. So talk a little bit about, we don't need to get too much into the weeds on this thing, but because of time and everything. But so did you use hard money to acquire the property?
Oh man, great question. Kind of a hybrid type situation. So yes, I did utilize a hard money, but when you use a hard money, especially now with the way things are going, they want you to have anywhere from 15 to 25% skin in the game. And I'm like, man, I ain't got no money. What are you talking about? So I was able to, again, thank you to the education in this community, because not only did they teach me how to confidently go about doing real estate deals, they also negotiations and also raising private capital. So I was able, because of the education, to have a confident conversation with the individual to be able to raise the funds that I needed to bring to the table to be able to get the hard money loan.
Gotcha. So you used a hybrid. You used private and hard to actually acquire the property and do the rehab.
Now, I don't have your bank account, Scott, so that's the way I had to do it if I wanted to do it there.
Well, sometimes that's the way to do it. So, you're what you're telling everybody, or what I think I'm hearing here is, did you use any of your own money on this deal?
No,
Mm,
not to acquire it. No.
okay. And then on the rehab,
I would have to say no.
no. Okay. So again, using private funds.
Private funds.
So when everybody sees your holding costs money and you're thinking, well, that's a lot of money for utilities and insurance and taxes for 8, 9 months, that also includes your money costs.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I'll make sure everybody understood, that why that number was so high. So potentially your profit is 67, could be even above that.
Yeah.
With the fact that that market, I mean, there's a lot of signs you can, or takeaways you can or take from here, is that there's only 2 deals in the whole community that are or in that whole market area that are on the that are for sale. And so it tells me it's a high demand area, and a lot of people don't sell. And
No.
would you say that area is mostly a rental area or mostly a homeowned area?
I mean, I'm sure there's a mixture, but I think it's more of a homeowner area
Right.
than a rental area, especially along where, this pocket that I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then of course, the drive score is probably, and the walk score is probably off the chart, with where you're located.
Yeah.
And
And I didn't even look at that. It's funny that you mentioned it. I didn't.
yeah, I'm
Now I'm
sure
gonna
it's
go look.
off the chart. It's going to be
Yeah.
off the chart. The transit score is going to be off the chart
Yeah.
with the bus stop there, and with what's available to them. And because somebody might even be able to buy that house, live in the top part, and since it has access from the lower level, they could potentially rent the lower level out as
We got
as
yeah,
a
you
short
got
term.
yeah, but yeah, at short term, exactly. Yep, because you definitely can't. Because legally, this is not a duplex, so legally you can't just rent it out. But yes, as a short term rental, you can bring income in there. Absolutely, and that's the mindset that I was thinking. To give people, multiple strategies. They could have a family member live down there, an older child, in-law suite, or do short term rental.
So we had a question come in, and I apologize if I mess up your name, Chimerigo, or Chimerigo. Want to know, is it better not to use your own money? So
Oh,
every situation's different. Every deal is different. A lot of people who get into real estate investing, okay, don't typically have a lot of money to put into deals. Okay. That's one of the things we learn in this community, is how to have conversations with people uh, around private lending, around, folks using 401ks, self-directed IRAs, savings account, different things like life insurance, different things like that. Because a lot of people, and Tony, I'm sure you met several of these people like I have, they want to be in real estate investing, but they either don't have the time or the knowledge, the skill set,
absolutely.
but they do have some funding. Okay. And so they can get a good return on their money. You protect them, with a mortgage and a note, and they get a good return on their money, and they're in real estate investing.
Yeah.
So is it better to not use your own money? Well, again, every scenario is differently. And if you say you have the money to fund the deal yourself, sometimes because the way the numbers work, it might be better to use your own money. Other times, maybe not. Okay. But Tony, do you want to talk to that at all?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And just to piggyback on what you said, yeah, it really depends. But I know me personally, if you look at my bank account, you can't even go buy a bag of potato chips. You talk about spending $133,000 on a house. So for me, I love using other people's money, because that now there's no limit on the amount of deals that you could do. You got to think about it. Unless you're rich, if you use your money, you only going to possibly be able to do one deal at a time, right? right now, I'm doing this one, but I believe me and Jason have 2 deals going on together now. If I was just using my own money, or if Jason was just using his own money, we wouldn't be able to be into that many deals at one time. So I love using other people's money.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. We got time for another question here. Well, Daisy, good question. What interest rate does the private lender charge you versus the bank loans? Every deal is different. Every private lender is different. A lot of times it's based on the relationship. A lot of times it's based on the amount of the money and the terms as far as the length and how long you're actually using the funds. So there's really not a set rate that I can give you from a private, but typically private lenders are going to be at a lower rate than say a hard money lender. Okay. And then also, how's that align with a bank? A lot of banks, they're not really real estate investor friendly, are they, Tony?
No.
They want to invest in things you're going to move into. Now, if Tony was going to move into that house and live there, and they could run a loan that way. But
Yeah.
as far as for an investor, private and hard tends to be a much better option. And again, I think you answered the question from Roland. Why did this property take a while? Was it permits or was it contractors?
Contractors.
That it was mostly contractors, and
Yeah.
that's something that we all, I saw somebody else talk about find good contractors. I mean, yes, that's the answer. That is the magical answer. Find good contractors. So when you do find one, okay, you want to, one, keep them busy. Two, you want to pay them the way that you agree to pay them, right? And you want to keep building that relationship. And I know I have several contractors that have done over 20 deals. They've been involved in over 20 deals of mine, whether it's HVAC, electrical, framers, roofers, concrete people, flooring. I like to use the same people and over. First of all, I get a good price, but they know what I'm looking for. They know the quality I want, and I won't accept anything less.
Right.
Okay. So, but finding good contractors I don't want to say it's impossible, but that's really important. And I love, Tony, that you mentioned a couple of our classes earlier, but vetting contractors and finding good contractor, you can learn a lot about that through our training that we have available. So, Tony, we're at the top of the hour. We got about 3 minutes. Again, if you're on today as a guest and you'd like to learn more about our community, get back to invited you. As Jason said earlier, shoot him a quick note and say thank you for inviting me to attend this today. But if you want to check out other things in our community, other things about how to find out, who we are, what we do, and how you can be a part of what Tony and I and Keith are a part of, and Jason, my man Jason, are a part of, get back to invited you. We do have something right after today, or after this property tour. It starts at about 5 after the top of the hour, so in about 6, 7, 8 minutes. Get back to invited you, and they'll send you a different link and get you plugged into that. If that doesn't work, if you can't connect with the person who invited you with you, there are other things this week that we can get you involved in. So I know I sent a couple messages to a couple of people, but guys, please, get back to invited you. Tony, let's leave everybody with maybe some final notes or some final idea, or maybe a gold nugget. If there's people on today who are thinking about becoming a part of this community, or just doing real estate investing in general, what would you like to leave them with?
Yeah, no, that's a great segue. Yeah, I mean, listen, you can do real estate on your own, right? You definitely can, but there's going to be time. What I've learned in my journey is times that I wasn't sure about something. So being able to have a community, this community, let me be frank, this community, to be able to go to them, have different people that I can call and ask questions or just bounce ideas or things off of, it's priceless, right? One thing I always say, that you're going to pay in real estate, if you're paying for education or if you're paying the mistakes. Either way, you're going to pay. So would you rather shorten your learning curve and the mistakes and get educated, or would you want to just fly by night and do it yourself and take the bumps and bruises and lose money along the way, right? You're going to pay. It's just that's just it. That's just it. And again, like I said earlier, stop taking advice from people that are not doing what you're doing. Yes, your family loves you, your friends, they love you, but everybody can't tolerate or stomach real estate, right? So don't listen to them. If that's something that you want to do, you listen to yourself and surround yourself by other people that are aware in the space that you want to go. Because if had I listened to my family and my friends, I would not be here in front of you right now. So bet on yourself and not other people. And plug into whoever sent you here. Talk to them. We have plenty of other events and different things that you can take advantage of. I beg you, plead with you to take advantage of it and go Birds.
I was wondering if you want to get that in.
Oh yeah, and I love the Carmichael jersey. You know, he played.
Oh yeah.
He played for Philly till '83, and then for some reason he went to the Jets in '84. I don't understand that, but yeah, I mean, I was. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. But hey, Keith, you know what we forgot to mention? I know
What's
we've
that?
had a few people drop off, and shucked, we should have mentioned it earlier. Next Saturday, what kind of a training property tour do we have lined up for everybody next
We
Saturday?
got seller financing, the instructor who helps us understand about seller financing and notes. He's going to be here next Saturday. It's going to be really awesome. So you definitely want to be here. You want to invite your friends to be here. It's going to be powerful. Make sure your pen, paper, notepad, charge up your tablet. It doesn't matter. Be here next Saturday, and it's going to be really, really awesome. There's the flyer right there. So
Next
awesome.
Saturday, everybody. This is
Hey,
going to be a special meeting.
Yeah. So, hey, Tony, thank you for, allowing us to
Thank
be
you
able
guys for
to
having me.
be here. And then we're going to let you get back to your folks because, you got things you got to do. So everybody have a good one and see you next Saturday.
About to go look
All
at
right.
another house.
Look at
Awesome.
you.
God bless everybody. Have a good
All
weekend.
right.
Yeah.